As the clock struck midnight, casting a somber shadow over the deserted streets, Alex rushed out of the office building, his tired eyes barely able to stay open. He had worked tirelessly, trying to make ends meet and provide for his little sister, Lily. The weight of responsibility rested heavily on his shoulders, and he knew he couldn't afford to waste a single moment. With a sense of urgency, Alex raced towards the daycare center where Lily spent her evenings while he toiled away. The thought of his sister waiting for him, alone and vulnerable, made his heart ache. However, a glimmer of relief flickered within him as he remembered the kind lady who looked after Lily during his late shifts. Mrs. Thompson had been a godsend, providing a safe haven for Lily while Alex worked to make a better life for them both. As Alex approached the daycare center, he noticed Mrs. Thompson standing outside, her arms crossed and a disapproving frown etched upon her face. He could feel his heart sink, fearing that he had done something wrong. The lady had always been strict, but today there was an extra layer of disdain in her gaze. "You're late again, Alex," Mrs. Thompson scolded, her voice dripping with contempt. "What kind of brother are you, leaving your sister here for hours on end? It's a good thing I'm here to take care of her, or who knows what would happen to her." Alex's face flushed with embarrassment, his exhaustion momentarily forgotten. He had always done his best to be there for Lily, but the demands of their difficult circumstances often left him with little choice. The humiliation stung, but he swallowed his pride, knowing that Lily's safety was paramount. Silently, Alex took Lily's hand and led her away from the daycare center. He tried to shield her from Mrs. Thompson's cutting words, but he couldn't help but feel like a failure. The weight of his sister's innocent trust pressed upon him, urging him to push past his own insecurities and be the protector she deserved. As they walked home, the dimly lit streets seemed eerily quiet. Alex's tired eyes scanned their surroundings, his senses heightened by the unsettling atmosphere. A flicker of movement caught his attention, and he glanced towards a parked car nearby. It seemed out of place, its windows tinted and engine idling softly. Though a sense of unease washed over him, Alex dismissed it as mere paranoia. After all, he had bigger concerns weighing on his mind. He quickened his pace, eager to reach the safety of their modest apartment and leave the day's hardships behind. But as they turned a corner, the suspicious car began to follow, its engine growling ominously. Panic surged through Alex's veins, his protective instincts kicking into overdrive. He tightened his grip on Lily's hand, urging her to run faster as they weaved through the labyrinthine alleys, desperate to escape the unknown danger hot on their heels. As they neared their apartment building, Alex's heart pounded in his chest, threatening to burst through his ribcage. He fumbled for his keys, struggling to unlock the door while casting nervous glances over his shoulder. The sound of the car's engine grew louder, its presence looming ominously behind them. Finally, the door swung open, and Alex and Lily tumbled into the safety of their home. They slammed the door shut, barricading themselves from the outside world. Trembling with fear and adrenaline, Alex realized that their lives had just taken an unexpected turn, and the shadows that lurked in the night had become more than mere figments of his imagination. Little did he know, this encounter was just the beginning of a perilous journey that would test his strength, courage, and the unbreakable bond between him and his sister.